the provincial election. So I encourage everyone to go and participate. It doesn't matter who you vote for, just vote. And remember, if you don't vote now, you don't have the right to complain later. So this is the time. Many of us, we come from countries where we have no trust in the whole election thing, right? You keep voting, and at the end they flush the votes. So it doesn't count. But here, every vote counts. So go and vote, inshallah ta'ala. So with that being said, we'll build up from where we left off yesterday. We spoke about dua, which is a very powerful tool. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves it when people make dua to Him. But when you ask human beings, every time you ask them for something, maybe they will put this screensaver on their face, they are happy, they are smiling, and after you leave, every time he is asking for my credit card number, he's asking for my car, my kidney. Leave me alone, man, ya zalama, you know? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves it when you ask Him for something all the time. Allahu yaghdabu in tarakta su'alahu wa bani adama hina yus'alu yaghdabu. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not happy when you don't ask Him. But human beings, when you keep asking them, you bug them, they hate you, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves it when people make dua to Him. Today we'll focus on something related to dua, which is dua to other people. If you want to gain a lot of hasanat, if you want your dua to be accepted, make dua for people. Behind their backs, not in front of them. Because maybe you'll make dua in front of someone, I love you, sin severum, and mashallah, you hug them, you kiss them, and after they leave, Jannah, Jahannam, you know. No, behind their backs, when you make dua for them, this is a sign of sincerity. That you are making dua for them, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give them shifa. If someone is sick, make dua for them. If someone has been married for a long time, no kids, make dua for them. If someone has cancer, if someone is looking for a job, if someone is looking for a wife, make dua for them. You know, and the malaika will say, وَلَكَ مِثْلُ. I know your wife will be mad if you make dua for someone to get married, because the malaika will say, and you too, this is bad news for your wife, you know. But you will get the reward, at least you'll get the reward. And this, of course, includes making dua for family members. Your parents, and حتى in the Quran, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Nuh alayhi salam, رَبِّ اغْفِرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيَّ وَلِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. They pray for their parents and the believers. بِالْغَيْبِ, behind their backs. And of course, you can do the same thing for your kids. Make dua for them. Because wallah, if you don't make dua for them, even if you are the best Muslim, there is no guarantee that your kids will be good Muslims. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you don't know nothing about the story of Nuh alayhi salam. He was one of the greatest prophets, but his son was kafir. So the only thing that can change the qadr is dua, as the Prophet ﷺ says. In one of the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says, there are some people whose dua is never rejected. Dua ul-sa'im. If you pray while you are fasting, Allah will definitely accept your dua. وَدُعَاءُ الْمَظْلُومِ. If someone is treated unjustly, if they make dua, Allah will accept. And وَدُعَاءُ الْوَالِدِ لِوَالَدِهِ. The dua of the parent for their kid. Allah will accept their dua. And I love this story of Abu Ayyub Sulaym al-Razi. This is a beautiful story. So he told this story, Abu Ayyub Sulaym al-Razi, which is different from Al-Fakhr al-Razi al-Mufassir. This is a different scholar. He was from Iraq many years ago, about 1300 years ago. He said he was in Iraq, in Baghdad, and he used to go to the sheikh. His mom took him to the sheikh, 4 years old, 5 years old, so he used to go, but he couldn't read Quran. Aba Tasa, he couldn't do. Fatiha, alhamdulillah, he couldn't do it. And every time he would come home crying because it was so difficult for him. Even the basics were difficult for him. So one day he told the sheikh, like, you know, I feel sad because all the kids are progressing, they're learning, I can't do it. And what should I do? And he said, أَلَكَ أُمٌ فَتَدْعُ لَكَ. Is your mom still alive so she can make dua for you? He said, yeah, my mom is alive. So he told his mom, and he said, this is the nasiha of the sheikh, make dua for me. So she said, okay, I'm going to make dua for you. So at night when she prayed, she made dua for him. And he said, it is just like Allah opened the door of knowledge for me. He started to learn, and he excelled. And he said, eventually after a number of years, his sheikh traveled worldwide to gain knowledge and teach and so on and so forth. And he said, after 25 years, my sheikh came back. And I was teaching in the Grand Mosque in Baghdad. And the sheikh came in and he didn't recognize me because now I look different. Just like in the story of Yusuf alayhi salam and his brothers, when they met him after so many years, now mashallah he dressed up nice with the turban and the beard, he looks different, like Sultan. So the sheikh didn't recognize him. MashaAllah, he was so eloquent, so knowledgeable, so informative. So his own sheikh came to him after the talk and he said, how can I have knowledge like you? You have amazing knowledge. How can I learn like you? The sheikh is telling the teacher. The sheikh is telling his student that he couldn't recognize. And the student, Abu Sulaim Fakhr al-Razi, he said, Abu Ayyub Sulaim al-Razi, he said, I was about to tell him, when he said, how can I have the knowledge that you have, the eloquence and the knowledge, he said, I was about to tell him, أَلَكَ أُمٌّ فَتَدْعُ لَكَ. He was about to tell his sheikh, is your mom still alive? She can make dua for you? But he said, فَاسْتَحْيَيْتُ. I was shy, so I said, it's from Allah and Allah will give you, right? So make dua for your kids that Allah will make them good Muslims and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep them on the Sirat al-Mustaqim. The last story I will say, yeah, we have 1 minute inshallah ta'ala. There is the story of a brother, Syrian brother, his name is Amir. He was in Edmonton, one of my best friends in Edmonton. He was my assistant in da'wah. I know when he was younger, just like many of us, including me, in the Jahiliyyah al-Ula, were not so practicing. And at some point, when he was 27, he started to practice, come to the masjid. He was like my right arm man when it comes to da'wah. So I remember close to the end of my stay in Edmonton, he had an accident at the age of 30 and he died. He had a motorbike accident and he died. So every day after I finished my Salatul Isha, I would turn around, look for him in the crowd, and I don't see him. And life after him in Edmonton became unbearable, and this is one of the reasons I decided to leave. I love this guy so much. And what was, I feel was so nice, one of the brothers from Egypt, his name Muhammad, maybe he didn't know Brother Amir from Syria. He didn't know him personally. They were not good friends. So Muhammad came one day before I left and he said, you know, I just came from Umrah, and he made one Umrah exclusively for Brother Amir just because I gave khutbah about him one day and I mentioned him in the khutbah. He made Umrah for him and he didn't know him and he made dua for him. And I said, man, this is amazing. You went all the way, you did Umrah for the brother. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you. So in that line of thinking, inshallah, there is a sister who passed away in Connecticut. His name is Wasim. The family is asking for your dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive her. Give her Jannatul Firdaus, the Shafa of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And there is also brother Abu Muayyad, one of the most amazing people in the masjid. I haven't seen him in a while. So we had iftar together today and I found out that he's getting treatment from cancer. So I thought he was traveling or something. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give him shifa and a long and healthy life. So keep people in your dua. And as the Prophet ﷺ says, an angel will say, وَلَكَ مِثْلُ. You will get the same. The question for last night was, when you're traveling, you decided to break your fast. Do you break your fast at home or on the way? So Anas ibn Malik would break his fast at home, but the majority of the ulama and the scholars, they say no. When you leave the house, break your fast, and this is the chosen opinion. And the winner is brother Ibrahim Abdul Mawla. Is that you? MashaAllah. High five. Jazakallah. Thank you. Your dad is sending emails every day. As soon, if I don't give him the prize, he will kidnap me. Jazakallah. So, this day, first night of Ramadan, people are not sure if Ramadan is tomorrow, after tomorrow, sounds familiar. So this guy didn't know. It's like 1 in the morning, no news. So he said, Ya Allah, my niyyah, if tomorrow is Ramadan, I'm going to fast. He woke up after Fajr and he found out that it was actually the first of Ramadan. Is his fasting valid? Because this is like niyyah mashruta, conditional niyyah. If Ramadan is tomorrow, I'm fasting. But if it is not, I'm not. Is the fasting valid in this case? If you know the answer, email me before tomorrow Asr at Mustafa at Anatolia Center.ca. Jazakallah khair.